folks, and welcome back to Mad Law. Our topic today is DIY credit correction. All right, let's get this thing started and get into that dispute letter. Roll that thing. Okay, real quick, just so I can say I'm not retreading too much old terrain, make sure to check out these 3 videos before you watch this one. All 3 of the links are in the description. Is credit repair a scam? What is the FCRA? And errors versus violations. So this is a little bit of a disclaimer. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, your chances of making any changes on your credit report on your own without a lawyer are as follows. 2% success rate for errors and a 0.2% success rate for violations. Just for poos and giggles, Mad Law has a 98% success rate at removing errors and violations off your credit report for you. And I know you're worried about hiring a lawyer because that's what every television show and movie has ever told you. But remember that under the FCRA, the credit bureaus pay all of your attorney's fees. Oh, and Mad Law is 50 state certified, so you can come to us regardless of where you live in the US. Okay. Now that that stuff is knocked out, let's dive right in. Okay, both errors and violations start in the same disputing process. However, if you're asserting ID theft, you need to use the ID theft template instead of the dispute letter template. Both of the forms are nearly identical, and we go over everything on both of them in this video. We provided copies of both for you to use in the description. But if you follow this process, you'll be primed in the position to resolve either an error or a violation without any major additional work on your behalf. Okay, you will need 4 things to get started. Your credit reports you pulled from the big 3, and if you haven't done so, get those at annualcreditreport.com. 2, the dispute letter template or ID theft template we have made available for you. Both of those links, remember, are in the description. A copy of the front and back of your state or federally issued identification, and proof of address at your current residence. So like a phone bill or a utility bill, as long as it has your name as it shows on your identification. All right, let's go through this form together. Starting from the top, enter today's date or the date you want to mail this form in the future. Put your full name as it appears on your identification and proof of address. Put your current address as it appears on your proof of address. Put your social security number, or if you don't have a social security number, your individual tax identification number and your date of birth. Go into the description of this video and grab the address of the credit bureau that you are sending this form to. We have provided all the addresses of the 3 CRAs in the description, but you can find them with a Google search as well. Make sure that you're only sending 1 dispute form to each one of the 3 credit bureaus. So 1 address to Equifax sent to Equifax, 1 address to TransUnion, and 1 address to Experian sent to Experian. In the dispute letter template, you can leave the next section unchanged. It's boilerplate language that explains to the CRAs what this letter is about. Okay, this is another warning. We're providing these templates to you as a courtesy. However, the credit bureaus will oftentimes flag similar language in multiple persons' dispute letters or just flat out ignore them, just because it sounds similar. Next, grab the offending account number and who is responsible for that account. So like account number 8675309 from Two-Tone Central Bank. Then add a short factual statement as to why the information is incorrect. You can say things like, I don't recognize the account in the way it's being reported. You can also say things like the payment history or the payment status or the current and past due balance or the date opened or the date last active or the date of first delinquency are not accurate. Repeat this last step if you have multiple accounts from that CRA that are showing as inaccurate on that CRA's credit report. Moving to the ID theft template, make sure to put the name of the credit furnisher and the account number in the blocks in the paragraph. If you have multiple accounts, copy and paste the second paragraph so that the second account becomes the new third paragraph. And make sure to update the new paragraph with the new credit furnisher name and account number. Warning the second. Again, we are providing these templates to you as a courtesy. However, the credit bureaus will oftentimes flag similar language in multiple persons' dispute letters and just flat out ignore those letters. Again, we don't know why they do this. Well, we kind of know why they do this, because they suck. Don't dispute information that is not on a particular CRA's credit report to that CRA on either the ID theft template or the dispute to letter template, meaning do not dispute inaccurate information that is only on the Experian credit report on the TransUnion or Equifax dispute letters. Okay, so go to your local post office and mail those letters via certified mail. Your postal worker will know what certified mail means. It's going to cost you somewhere in the ballpark of $5 to $10 per letter at the time of filming of this video. Retain those certified mail receipts somewhere where you're not going to lose them, because if you have to take your matter to litigation, which is highly likely, those receipts are considered evidence. However, a picture of the certified mail receipts are acceptable for now anyway. Likely that will change. This is the path that the letter takes as it goes on its journey through the world of the CRAs after your letters are mailed. First, the letter is received by the CRA. This is when the timer starts for the investigation. Remember, the CRA gets 30 calendar days to execute the investigation. The CRA finds your credit furnisher, usually a bank or credit card company, on the offending line of your report. The CRA sends the furnisher something called an ACDV, or Automatic Credit Dispute Verification Letter. Third, the furnisher does an investigation and sends an ACDV response letter back to the CRA. Fourth, the CRA verifies the ACDV verification letter and is supposed to send you a response letter telling you what they have, but let's be real, what most likely have not done to fix the issues you have pointed out to them. Set a calendar notification on your phone or computer, or by some other means to remind you when the CRA's investigation timeframe ends. Set it for 45 days from the date you sent your letters. If you have received a positive response from the CRA, congrats! You are one of the less than 2% of Americans that has the CRA correct issues on their credit reports. So if the CRA told you that they didn't find anything, or if you haven't seen a response letter within 45 total days since you sent the dispute letter, find a lawyer. Okay, so you can send them 1 million of these letters, but no matter how many letters you send them, remember, if they don't fix it in one letter, they won't fix it. So find yourself a lawyer. And remember, under the FCRA, the credit bureaus pay all of your attorney's fees. I don't know why lawyers seem so scary. I mean, is it the money? Do we seem expensive? I mean, we can be expensive. I'm not expensive. I've never once had a conversation with a lawyer and they were like, it was really nice talking with you. And now you have to pay me my hourly rate of $500 an hour. Go. If you have experienced that and it wasn't explained up front, go report that lawyer to the state bar. I promise you, we're only meant to be scary to opposing counsel, like the lawyers defending the CRAs, if we take your case. If some jag lawyer charges you money for talking to them, they're a All right, folks, thanks so much for sticking around, and we'll see you in the next one.